This is Derek Wilson here with Variom Racing, able to catch up with Matt Lindle, the Iowa Series, the 2015 Iowa Series champion, as well as the OMA Nationals Pro champion. Matt, you're on the road. You're on the road to Florida, the GNCC Round 1 Wild Boar. Who are you traveling with?
Traveling with Sam Huff. Also races the Iowa, does some OMAs and GNCCs as well. He's a AA and pro class rider. And then his girlfriend, Brandy, we're going down there for the week. Gonna drive straight through, race the Wild Boar. Hopefully get a good finish and go down to Orlando, hang out, do a little training, and just have fun for the week. Then head up to Georgia for round 2, and then head back home.
So you're gone for an entire week. Let me get this right. So you're going to go down there, run Florida, then you go down to Orlando and play around down there. Then you're headed to Georgia for round 2. Is that right?
Yep. We'll be, including the 2 days on the road, I think we'll be right at 10 days, pretty close to 10 days, 9-10 days of travel, race, fun, train time.
Boy, that sounds like a good time.
Yeah, I'm excited. I really am. I've had tremendous support from everybody around me, family and friends, and people I race with and everything. And I'm looking forward to it. It's no matter the outcome. I'm hoping for a good time, and I think I'm going to have it. I'm really excited. With
all that being said, you had a great 2015 season. I think you exceeded everybody's expectation, including your own. What efforts have you put in during the off season to make sure of your success in 2016? And I know, Matt, you and I, teammates, I run the Variom thing, and most importantly, we're friends, and we've had these conversations. I want to make sure everybody else gets a piece of this too. So your training ethic, some of the changes you've made. Something I want you to mention is, you and I talked about getting lulled to sleep following somebody and how you have to be aware that you are racing and not following. Can you expand on that a little bit?
Yeah. I used to have that, and I think a lot of people do when they're first starting out racing in the earlier years of their racing. When I raced before I took my break off in 2008, I had that problem a little bit. I get up in the pro class and try and run with those guys, and I get stuck behind a slower guy maybe or a lapper or something, and you kind of get out of your groove. I think of it as looking through the person in front of you. You don't really want to follow the person. You want to be looking past them so you see the opportunity to get around them, whether they're your same class guy or it's a lapper or whoever it may be. You're not looking to ride behind them, and you're looking to ride in front of them. So you got to be looking through them at the track and picking those passing lines and the opportunity to get around them. And I struggled with that when I raced before. It was I really think it hurt my finishes a lot. I didn't seem to get too tired out, so that wasn't as much of a factor. But I just kind of let the lead pack get away from me when I get caught behind somebody or something. And I've been working on that a lot, and I didn't do that in 2015, and a lot of things just came together really well for me. 2014 was a rough year. I had some alright finishes and some alright races, but I had a few mechanical problems getting back into it and just relearning, doing my own maintenance and everything, and then with learning the tracks again and just basically learning how to race again. I'd only ran 4 races in 6 years, so it had been a long time off for me. And so I got 2014 under me and a little bit of a struggle, but still had a good time. Came out in 2015 and came out with some good finishes in the beginning, and just second half of the year, it couldn't have went a whole lot better for me. Everything was clicking. I was feeling good. The machine was running good. It was a blast.
That's great advice for a lot of the upcoming racers and the youth in this sport. Really appreciate you giving those details. And you and I had talked about my experience in the dirt track and how that can also happen, whether it be a quarter mile, half mile, and I'm sure it happens in all kinds of racing. So that's great advice throughout all of racing, not just quads, not just dirt track. I'm sure it happens in some off-road and some Baja and anything you're competing with somebody. I think that's great advice. Now, with that being said, your work ethic to get to this point, to know that you're prepared. I do believe you've mentioned elevation mask a couple times. You and I have talked about workouts. How about some advice for the younger generation coming into it, or even some of those that may have been running the pro class 4 or 5 years and just can't seem to make that leap? Is there any advice you can give them in the off season or even during the season in exercise and fitness?
Big thing is seat time. If you can afford to get seat time, I mean that's what everybody says, and I do think it is the best thing for you. Train your muscles for race conditions. But in the wintertime and stuff, I'm just like any other weekend warrior. We can't get down to Florida and train like the XC1 guys, but I just try and put time in the gym. Before like when the season gets over and before Christmas, I like to lift weights heavy. It's more fun for me than cardio training. So I try and do a little bit to kind of mix it up and have a good time with my training. And then after Christmas, I try and transition over to more cardio as I can, and then really hitting the cardio hard, because that's one of the biggest things. You need legs and lungs for racing. You got to have
legs and lungs. I like that. Legs and lungs. Remember that, youngins, legs and lungs.
Yep. That's the first things to go, your legs, lower back, and your lungs. So you can get those trained. Bike, it's no secret with the XC1 guys. Those guys, they spend lots of time on road bikes, mountain bikes, just in high intense interval training, CrossFit style stuff. They do a lot of that. I tried doing a little bit of some HIIT training, some high intensity interval training this winter. Had to take a little bit of time off. I herniated a disc in my back, so it was go time once I got to about my birthday in late January for me. So I just hit the bike in the gym really hard, and some of that high intensity training. That's the biggest thing. We, as racers, anybody that's ever wore a heart rate monitor, we keep our heart rate extremely high for 2 hours straight. It's a grueling sport.
Speaking of heart rate, the heart rate while you're racing is one thing, but I know you're a pretty calm guy, pretty cool, level-headed, all that good stuff, and I've watched that through the years of being a part of your program, being a part of Variom. But how about the emotions? Because if you stop to think about it, you are heading to the GNCC for your first round in Florida, where I don't believe you've ever raced before. Is that right?
Never.
Okay, so you're headed to Florida for the first round of GNCC, which you're going to run all season long in XC2. Now, you and I have had this conversation before because, I believe it's important. What are your goals? I want to know what your goals are in connection with Variom, because I want to know, where we're going together. So what kind of emotions are there? Have you stopped to think, man, I am heading to Florida for the GNCC round 1, where I'm going to compete in XC2 for the 2016 championship. Can you tell us a little bit about those emotions? Do you have emotions? I mean, do you wake up in the morning and say, hey, it's happening?
I wake up in the morning and smile on my face because of it. I'm thrilled. I really am. No matter the turnout or not, it's a great opportunity that I have with Independent Cycles, helping me out with the four-wheeler for these 13 rounds. Ken Stiles working on the bike. He's going to be doing the wrenching and the pitting for me. I can't thank him enough. I'm always pushing and hoping for the championship and the best results and the wins every week. I'm not going to hold back anything or nothing like that, but no matter what, I'm really looking to learn. I'm going to race, like you said, there's a lot of emotion involved. I'm going to race with the best of the best on the face of the planet, and I just want to learn. 2016 for me is, and every year is learn. I want to learn as much as I can. I want to run with those guys. I want to try and run up front as long as I possibly can with them, and just slowly progress my skill is my hope. to eventually be one of those top XC1 guys week in and week out. So I just want to go out there and learn. And as far as the emotion, yeah, I mean, it's just pure excitement. I've been absolutely ecstatic all week and just pumped, wanting to get going, getting on the road and get down there. It's unreal how excited I am for it.
That's great. Sitting here, listening to you talk about it, being that we've had the opportunity, all of us on Variom had the opportunity to kind of grow with you through these last couple of years. It certainly puts a big smile on my face, and I want to say thank you, and I think I speak for everybody else on Variom for letting us be a part of that. It's been an absolutely incredible ride up to this point, and we are absolutely excited to be able to call you a teammate and a friend.
Yeah, I appreciate it. You guys everybody on the team has been great from helping me out with anything. It doesn't matter. It doesn't even have to pertain to racing. We all communicate on a daily basis, and it's great. We're there for each other. It is family, just like the rest of racing. It's all family, race family. But I appreciate it and everything you guys have done.
Outside of Variom, I know there are some people that have been going to help you out, throughout your GNCC with independent cycles. I know you mentioned a few names there. What a great opportunity for them to give to you. Obviously, from my standpoint, you earned that. That's not something that's given. That was earned. You didn't go looking for them. They came looking for you. So congratulations with that opportunity. That's a big deal. That doesn't just get handed out. I would really think that's a great connection. But outside of the GNCC, there are some people out there that have really helped you get to this point, and I want to make sure you get an opportunity to plug them, and plug them because you passionately mean it. You're not plugging them because they're putting a sticker on your quad and they're giving you a discount. That is something that as Variom we try to do very different. We're not selling the racer or product, and it's about passion and connecting with those people with passion. Are there some people out there who've been helping you?
Yeah, a lot of people. You guys at Variom definitely. Just like I said, it does not even any of the financial stuff. Just the support from the whole group of guys is amazing. And then my mom and dad and sister since the beginning been extremely supportive of everything. Even if they can't always help out financially, they're always there for me and my pit crew and anything I need during the week and off season and everything else. And then definitely Boar Thomas at Shockworks. I approached him to service some shocks a while back, and he didn't hesitate, and it was 3-day turnaround, including shipping. It was just unbelievable. Fast service, excellent service. The guy treats me really well. He treats, I think, everybody really well, and definitely somebody to look into if you need any sort of suspension done. And I try and when I'm going for sponsors, I don't look for the one that's giving me the biggest discount. There are certain products that I just want to run. And fortunately, quite a few have came on board this year. Spider Graphics is helping me out. Thrilled to have them on, helping me look my best. MSR gear, they've got some amazing gear that I'll be wearing all year for the GNCC and the Iowas.
How about them fancy boots? I bet a lot of our followers on Variom and fans of yours saw the Forma boots in that really sweet picture of you digging into that corner with the boots front and center. Those are some good-looking boots. Yeah,
Forma boots helped me out a lot this year. They're extremely comfortable, high-quality boots. My first experience with them, they've been very generous, and the boots they're amazing. EBS Sports is helping me out this year, 100% goggles with the widest vision with their new forecast system. I'm pumped to have them on board. Those goggles are amazing. DP Brakes helping me out. Precision with the precision steering stabilizers and anti-vibrate bar mounts and stuff. Those products are top-notch. GBC tires with great traction. VGR, Vanilla Gorilla, they helped me out with the poly skid plates and radiator guards. quad tech seats and hoods.
That is a list of industry leaders. And when you're able to connect with industry leaders and not always about the financial side, but like you said, because you feel that's the product you want to run and that you can be successful with. So, congratulations to them. Congratulations to you on the support and them for giving the support. I think that deserves a round of applause. And when it comes to your success, I know you, Matt, and I know that you will always make sure those people are part of your success, and they know that, and everybody else knows that.
Yes, definitely. Like I said, I don't just go down my list and say, hey, these guys gave me the biggest discount or the most free stuff, so that's what I'm going to run. If they don't have a quality product to offer, I'm not going to. I'm looking for championships, so if they don't have championship quality stuff, I'm not going to run it. So everybody's stuff that I'm running, it's all, in my opinion, and I'm sure plenty of other racers, championship quality stuff.
Matt, really appreciate you taking the time. There's 100 more questions I could ask you, and we'll continue these conversations throughout your season. We do hope, the people out there are tuning in. We hope the youth are listening. You've taken your craft, from a passion, from something you did for fun out in the cornfield, to the next level, from the smallest of series years ago, to the biggest stage of them all. That's extremely impressive. And, as for Variom, we wish you all luck. And, we'll be watching the screen this weekend, every lap.